What is going on, guys? DBG here. Today, lads, we are going to be looking at the best team last year and the best team this year, and we're going to be comparing the two of them and seeing which one is better in NBA 2K MyTEAM. And it's all going to be for their time and how they are in their respective game modes. For example, in last year's game, Taco would have sucked because he would have just been ran around, and because people were actually able to kind of 3-hunt a little bit, his speed just would have been like... if you ran Taco, the other team would score a 3-pointer against you every time. Now, Taco is the best power forward in the game. So, anyway, we're going to start off right here with this. So, the best point guards in the game this year. The best point guards in the game this year, I think, is 2K22 players. 2K23 players. Positions, point guard, include secondary. I think you've got to go Jimmy. I think he's... Look, I get it like the Simmons exists, but I think it's Jimmy. Very tough to contest, good defender. Good height, like 6'7", still a good height, moves well. I think it's Jimmy. I think the best point guard in this game is Jimmy Butler. Not Ginny. Jimmy. I think the second best point guard in the game, it might be Cage, you know. I still think it's probably Cade. It's like if you're either looking at Cade or Simmons. I think it's probably Cade. Cade does more, and he's not a liability because Simmons can't shoot it. I'm gonna put in Cade, man. I'm gonna put in Cade. I think it's a close one, man. I don't even think the gap between Cade and Giddey's that big. I just don't think the point guards are that great. But last year, this time last year. Oh, lads. Do we remember what cards we had this time last year? Where is he? Where's Oop Jordan? There we go. We had Oop Jordan and Luka Doncic. Power within Luka. This man was my Twitter profile picture for like 4 months. This guy was my Twitter profile picture for a while. Like, back then I had a bit of a bigger beard. And my hair looked a little bit better. My hairline wasn't as bad as it is right now. But that card looked more like me than it looked like Luka back then. But anyway, power within Luka was the best player we may have ever seen in a MyTEAM, including Taco, including Yao Ming, because there was a glitch in the game that you couldn't contest Luka. You would just hold the square button. People's go-to endline plays were throw the ball to Luka in the corner, and even if there was a hand in his face, he'd green. MJ was very difficult to contest, wasn't quite Luka, but he had like the Trey Siggs, Kyrie size up. He was just God. This time last year, without question, these two were the best point guys in the game. And who are better, these two guys or these two? Last year. Last year is not even close. The point guards position last year was just God tier. Shooting guards. Tracy McEndgame and Ricky McDavis. I'm actually really, I don't know. I don't know when it comes to Ricky Davis or Terry Dishinger. Like, that is so close. Like, it's so close, but the gap between the two of them in price is like you can get Ricky Davis for like 90k. It's like 1.3 million for Terry Dishinger. T-Mac is the best, but like, it's really close. And then Glenn Rice is there as well. So like, we're spoiled for choice of shooting guard position. Last year as shooting guard, I don't really know how I felt about last year's shooting guard, to be honest. Sort by date added, tiers, opal, dark matter. And I want to go back to around this time last year. So at the end of March last year, April 1st was Manu. Manu was really good. Giannis shooting guard. Oh, I forgot this card existed. He didn't have range, which actually meant way more last year than it does this year. I forgot about Giannis shooting guard. Now, actually, you do need to look at his stats, because his stats were not the like be-all and end-all stats last year. Like, he was 6'11", 7'4" wingspan, but he hit an 83 3-ball, which wasn't great. He couldn't really burst. He had fundamental dribble style, but he was still Giannis. He was still Giannis. But Giannis might not make it, you know. Because this time last year, we had what's his name? This is only primary. I was really confused there. Because I was like, there are definitely better players than this from last year. So Manu, Vince Carter was elite as well. Oscar Robertson was a nice point guard, but he's definitely not in that tier. Who else was there at shooting guard? Obviously, you could put Jordan there. But I think there's... I think you do have to put Giannis in. But there is a really, really obvious choice in Seti Maxwell. Like, Seti Maxwell... As great as, like, Power Within Scotty was. Power Within Scotty was really good. But Seti Maxwell. Base 3, which is better than any release this year. Quick dribble style. Base 3 on very quick. Really good upper. Could move really well. Had perfect defense stats and was a 6'8 shooting guard. So last year, it's Cedric Maxwell. It is Cedric Maxwell. Probably Seti to start. But I'm actually going for this year's. I think Tracy McGrady is better than both of them. I think Seti Maxwell versus T-Mac is a close one. But T-Mac has got the dribble sigs as well, whereas Seti couldn't really dribble. He just had base 3 on very quick. I mean, you could definitely argue Mullen as well, because he likes to splash, love Mullen. But Giannis Antetokounmpo, I'm going to put down here as the other one. And I also think Ricky's better than that Giannis was last year. So that's a really, really close one. This year at small forward, ooh, I don't even know who we have this year at small forward to run. Like Bill Russell probably, I guess. And you probably put Terry Dishinger in there. He doesn't have the size or anything, but... Or nah, you put Ferry in. You really do put Ferry in, don't you? You put Ferry and Bill Russell. Or Purvis Ellison. Purvis Ellison and Ferry is a close one. But like, it's an RNG reward and a Bill Russell card, who is ridiculous. Speaking of like RNG, I'm pretty sure it was like... Was it like the 6th of April when Ferry came out in... 2K21? No, it had to have been after that. Had to have been a little bit after that. Because when Ferry came out in 2K21, I was hyped. I remember WrestleMania weekend in 2K21 was the weekend when we got like Millsap and Brad Beal and those type of guys. That was a really fun week. Maybe not Beal. It was like, I know Millsap quickly were definitely two of the cards. We were in Season 6. We were actually a little bit into Season 6 this time in 2K21, which is wild. But these two guys are really good. Bill Russell, unbelievable defender, good shooter. Danny, very, very similar. I'm interested in looking at 2K21 or 2K22 because I'm like, who even played? Who do people play at small forward? He's like, we had Ferry. I wouldn't be surprised if people did run Ferry. But like at April 1st, there was Scotty Barnes who was good. Ooh, that Zion was really good. A lot of people ran that Zion. Terry Dishinger was pretty nice as well. Rudy Gay. Ooh, a lot of people ran him. We didn't really have the wing depth last year that we had this year. Like, there were good guys. There were good cards here. Like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to move from last year's game. Move Giannis to small forward. Because actually Giannis is probably almost as good as Bill Russell. And then... Actually, you know what? Giannis this year is better than Giannis last year as well. But I'm going to have to move him there. And then back up with Kazi. Just the base 3 gods, to be honest. And if we were to do this like a week later, we'd be able to chuck in. Like the start of Season 6 was a big one, to be fair, for last year. Because we got Rondo as him, basically. I don't know, we got like Zero Gravity set, which I didn't rate that high, but like Paul George was good, and Bob Nedelicki came at the start of that season. But you don't know what's going to come start of the season, so we can't really judge by that. Kazi's going to go in there at the shooting guard position, or at the small forward position. Or shooting guard, and then backup small forward. Does it have to be? It has to be Scotty, doesn't it? I think it has to be Scottie Pippen. We didn't have too many Giants, and last year's out of position set gave us like Ben Wallace, and let's be real, Scotty was better than Ben Wallace. I just want to check, was there anyone else in this out of position that actually came in the actual out of position? AD, actually. AD was really good. Do I put... I think I'm going to put Anthony Davis in instead. I really like that Anthony Davis shooting guard. Small forward, at small forward. Actually, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. Scotty, get in there. I keep forgetting. It was the small forward point guard endgame Anthony Davis that I loved. No, Scotty's better. Scotty was better. And then we have got here. We have got power forwards for this year. And best power forwards in the game, obviously Taco and Kristaps. It's got to be Taco and Kristaps. Whereas last year was a different game entirely. Like, people running at... Also, I'm going to put in Zion instead of Scotty. Zion was just had like base 3 and everything when it really mattered. Like, I'm thinking last year, I'm like, who did people even run a power forward? David. People were on D-Rob, didn't they? I'm pretty sure at this stage time last year, it was the David Robinson show at power forward. The Opal David Robinson, who's not even as good as this year's Dark Matter David Robinson, who doesn't make this year's team. Like, I just want to check. Sort by date added. Who were we even using? Even a Metamorphosis, we didn't really get anyone. Obviously, there was a lot to start season 6. Eddie freaking Curry was okay. Worthy was really good as a clutch time forward. I really liked Worthy, but again, no one really used him. We were using small ball fours for a lot this year because height didn't mean everything. Well, I was still running Pat Burke at this stage. I can't believe they screwed him over this year. I was running Psycho T in videos. Man, like that was we were stuck for power forwards. We were really stuck for power forwards. I'm pretty sure it was like the power forward of choice last year might have been like Hakeem. I'm pretty sure it was. Like Hakeem and D-Rob still. I remember I was still selling in like April, was able to sell Pink Diamond D-Rob for 100k last year. But yeah, like comparing that to this year's demigods, not even close as this year's guys. And centers, Yao Ming, and who plays backup center? Eaton. Nah, it's probably Robinson. It's probably D-Rob. D-Rob probably makes it. At the 4, maybe. Is there anyone else? Sort by date added that I've missed. There might be something that I missed completely. Oh, Dikembe. Holy crap, this year's team is a joke. Outside of the point guards, Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Like, we don't have the Luka and the Jordan, but Jesus. Like, I don't use the best team in this game ever. Because, like, I don't really give a damn about sweating, but, like, holy crap. Whereas, like, if you've got last year's centers, I'm pretty sure, again, I think David Robinson might have been ran at center quite a bit this time last year. Like, Arvydas Sabonis got run. I think Dikembe, no, he came out at the start of season 6. Did we really run? We ran David Robinson at center. Who even played power forward this time last year? Ewing did. And just people around him, just a heads up for these guys, it's like 85 3 ball. This is a good Ewing, and Ewing got a really good release. He got base 4, which was like Booker release. It was really good. For those of you guys don't know, David Robinson, very comparable to this year's, except he couldn't dribble because he got big dribble style. And Hakeem was basically just a clone of those guys. Who was the last player that can put in a power forward or center that legit played there for anybody? Like Garnett, maybe? I'm so confused about who played last year. And honestly, freaking Jokic is better than every one of these cards. Like, no one played Shaq. No one played Big Z. Who played power forward? LeBron, maybe? LeBron? LeBron? I know people like LeBron last year. The Power Within one. I don't know. Let's just say, last year, if we put up last year's squad against this year's squad, even in, it doesn't matter what game rules it is, last year's squad wins for one reason only. Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic and maybe Michael Jordan. Because these guys were just literally unguardable. But outside of the point guard position, every other position is dominated this year. And I think you can start to go to like 4, 5, 6 at every position, and they still would make last year's best team. Like, this Zion is barely better than this year's Zion. And he was on the top team. His Giannis is worse than this year's Giannis. I don't have Giannis in my top 5 small forwards. Seti Maxwell, yeah, fine. It's just this year's shooting guard position so stacked. Same with Kazi. And then none of these power forwards or centers get even remotely close to a best team this year. So anyway, yeah, the amount of, like, quote-unquote talent in the game this year is stupid compared to last year. Heck, Jeremy Sohan probably makes last year's team a small forward. The power creep is real, lads. So anyway, that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.